I will always prioritize reselling over content.
Flip you.
Welcome back. It's been a minute since I've done a video. My name is Matt. I'm a part-time reseller, and I'm working towards going full-time the start of next year. Sales have been decent. I've gone down on my listing because I've been working on, I guess, the infrastructure of my business, getting the processes in order. So I'm just going to go over that today. I'm just getting things ready so it's a smooth transition when I do go full time. And yeah, I'm always going to prioritize reselling over content. When I do start reselling full time, I'll probably put out more videos, just kind of like a daily, not videos out daily, but I'll probably do like a vlog of my day, what I found thrifting, what sold, type of thing. Really basic videos. But I want to make my living. I want my business to be reselling. If I do ever make money off content, that's just extra and that's awesome. But reselling is my focus because that's what I want to do with my time. So I'm just going to go through how I process items and what my future business is going to look like. So here at my desk, this is where I list and ship items. So what I would do, come home from the bins, got my bags full of clothes or inventory, whatever it is. I have my spreadsheet here that I made. It has a lot of different stuff on it. I don't know what's going to show. But I count how many items I got, how much I paid for the item. It gives me my average cost of goods. I go in every few weeks and fill this out. I just do my payouts from each platform. So I have my total number of items sourced, total cost of goods, how many sales. I just added a column for returns so I can get a return rate, and then my lost merch. If I have an item that I didn't realize it when I bought it, but it's defective in whatever way, I'm just going to get rid of it, but I claim that as lost inventory. What else do I have on here? I used to track my hours I worked. I really don't care about that anymore. But I just pay out from each platform. So I get my average sale price, things like that. This is just a spreadsheet that I use. Anyways, that was the bookkeeping part of it, I guess, different. So I come home, have all my stuff. I count it out, how many items I have, how much I paid for it. That's where the input goes right there. Then from there, I would sort the items. If something needs to be cleaned, it would go on a shelf here. If it's ready to be photographed, it would go on a shelf over here. But let's say I don't have time to do that. I just count it, but then I got to put it on my to be sorted shelf, which is back behind the camera. So like I said, I got my items, counted them, got all the information I need for that part before I forget when I bought them and how much I paid and all that. Then they come over here to these shelves, and these shelves are stuff that needs to be sorted and probably cleaned and electronics tested and stuff before it's sorted. So once this stuff gets sorted, then it goes to these shelves over here. And I have different categories: hats, plush, toys, shorts, shirts, blah, blah, blah. And then that means that these are ready to be photographed. It's clean, tested, everything good to go. And I just like to have similar items, so I can just pull a box and take it over here to do photographs. So that's what I'll do. I just kind of go down the line, or if there's something specific I feel like listing that day, whether it's shoes or pants or whatever. I sell a lot of pants. Not my favorite thing to photograph and sell, but I sell a lot of them, so it works out. And if I get tired of listing one type of item, okay, I'll just grab a different box and start doing something else. Toys are always cool. I like selling hats a lot. They're really easy to photograph and ship and everything. But if it's coming up on wintertime, I may pull out my coat bin and start working on coats. So anyways, I'll grab a bin and I will take it over here. Dun, dun, dun. I'll set it right here on this little table. And I have my two photographs. It's a flat lay, and that's like for hard goods, shoes, things like that. Photograph it, put it in a box, and then take it over here. This shelf, this is stuff that's been photographed not my energy drinks, but photographed and ready to be listed. I try to put similar items in the boxes. I don't have these labeled as a specific type of item because that could change. But then I'll grab that box, come set it down right here, come sit down and start listing. And then once it's listed, it goes in to a box that'll go down to my shop in storage. So this rolling rack right here, these are all boxes, boxes that I am working into. So this stuff in here is either listed or is a draft. But this is the actual SKU number. So that's a coat bin. H is hoodies. Hat bin. That's just a random hard goods bin. Or I keep saying bin, they're boxes now. B's for button ups. So these are the current boxes I'm working into. Once this is full, I have a little wagon thing that I take them down to my shop and grab the next one. If I'm working on hats and I fill up a hat box, but I have more hats to do, then I'll grab another hat box or whatever type of item I'm listing. That's what I'll be working into. So I hope that wasn't too confusing. Count the items, input the data, raw death pile, I guess I'll say that. Then sorted, ready to be photographed death pile, and then photographed, ready to be listed. And then once it's listed, it goes in one of these boxes and it goes down into storage. And that's it. And I'm doing it this way because I've always worked production. I've always production line, like that's what I do, that's what I know, so that's how I'm treating this. Every step is its own process. That way, if I get bored of doing one thing, I can jump over and do something else. I can look and see what's needed right away. Like, okay, like these boxes are empty over here, so I need to start photographing, or sorry, nope, I need to start cleaning and sorting items. And then, or these boxes are empty. Okay, well, I need to start photographing items or whatever it is, so I can see what I need to do. And if I ever do have one of my kids or my wife or somebody help me, I can just train them one step at a time. So, like, okay, you're going to be cleaning shoes and sorting them and putting them in these boxes ready to be photographed. And then, okay, or you're going to be photographing items. I'm looking at the wrong part of my phone for the camera. You're going to be photographing items, so you learn how to do that. You're going to be listing items, learn how to do that. So it's not like they have to learn everything all at once. They can focus on one step and do that. And like I said, if I get bored of doing one thing, I can move on to the next step. Now with, my production background, and I probably have ADD, it slightly bothers me that it's not real smooth. Ideally, like, it would be come in here. This shelf would be the raw death pile, and then there'd be a shelf here for sorted death pile, and then there would be my photograph stations so I can take pictures, and then there would be a shelf here for photographed items, and then it would be this shelf here for the box that I'm working into once it's listed, and then I'd have my shipping station. So it would all be like real smooth, one step to the next. However, I'm just in my garage. I like have my little man cave area, whatever. I collect random crap. And then also I need power in certain spots to take photographs, and then my computer. And I ship right here. I was going to move this above here because it's shipping stuff, but I sit here and hang out, so I like to see all my stuff too. So function, but also like the whole point of doing this is to be happy and be home and make my own schedule and do what I want. So I kind of want to be surrounded. I want my stuff visible. Like, I like looking at it. It's cool stuff. I can switch it up. That's what it is. So as far as like a production standpoint, it's not 100%, but I have it broken up into different processes, which is going to work well for me. Yeah, so I hope that made sense. That's just how my brain works. Because like I said, I've always done production, so it's like go down, you do this step, and then you do this step, and then you do this step, and then you do this step, and you finish it. So that's how I'm treating this. If I get an item that's seasonal or I know it's going to sell for a lot of money, I'll probably just list it all, do the whole thing that day. But this allows me to break up tasks and kind of helps me jump around, which I like to. I either hyper focus on one thing and what's like maybe I'm in the mood for photographing and just on it. So then I fill up that rack, stuff that's photographed, then it's ready to be listed, and I can just grab a box, start listing it, listen to a podcast, watch YouTube, do whatever while I'm listing. And then if I get tired of that, then I can jump onto something else. I can start cleaning shoes or doing whatever else. But it's just, it helps me. I'm able to hyper focus on one task if I need to, but easily switch tasks as well. That's how my brain works. I will be super hyper focused on something for a while, then I'm like, that's kind of boring, and circle back around to it later on and be hyper focused on it again. But yeah, I have made the decision to resell full time starting the end of December of this year of 2025. So I haven't given any notice yet at work. I think I'm going to give them a couple months. That way, if they do try to get somebody in there, I can help train the new person. I'm in the quality department at my job. I was in production and worked my way up to be the shift lead, and then I'm in the quality department now. And I would rather go back to production. I actually helped in production these past 2 weeks, and it was good. And it's been a couple of years, and it's like, oh, I still know how to do this. So, worst case scenario, if reselling doesn't work out, I can go back to that job as an operator, not as quality anymore, and I can pick it back up right away. I wouldn't make as much money as I am now, but it's a little safety net, I guess. Part of me wants to just leave and kind of burn the bridge, burn the boats, all that stuff, but I'm like, that's hard for me to do. Anyways, my plan is that my last day on payroll and working for the company would be the 26th, but I do have the whole week of Christmas off. I get the 24th, 25th off already as holidays, and I usually take the whole week off. So the 19th of December would be my last physical day at work. I would still be on payroll, using up my PTO for this next week, and then it's time to rock and roll. And here's my plan. My plan is to keep my draft bank. I think it's 250 you can get. I would keep it probably around 240, because I believe if you're maxed out at 250 and you create a new draft, it deletes the oldest one. So I would want a little bit of a buffer just in case I accidentally do that. But my plan would be to keep my draft bank full, 240 items. List 30 of those a day and then replace those. And then just keep moving it that way. Sales from last year are down like 50% for me, but that's because the effort I put into reselling has gone down about 50% as well, because I've been focusing on, I built the mezzanine in my shop, and I've been getting racks and putting them together and this and that, and I've been trying to organize this and, like I said, get my systems in place. That way the processes are easy and can run really smoothly. And I feel like I'm in a good spot right now. I'm really excited for it. I just know that I need to at least give it a try. I need to try to work for myself and do this to be able to be home and spend more time with the family. So my death piles, my physical and digital death piles, those are my vacation days. If I need to list 30 items a day, that means I need to have 30 items of inventory coming in, and I actually do those listings and make them active every day. But once I get my physical death pile stocked up and my digital death pile, my draft stocked up, that's my 30 items a day that if I'm gone on vacation that I can't do, but I can list, I can make them active while I'm on vacation, and I physically have these 30 items a day sitting here, so when I come back I'm not low on items. So that's what a death pile is to me. That's my PTO days, and that's how I'm going to treat it. And so I'm going to keep my digital death pile, my drafts stocked up. Every once in a while maybe I'll just, if sales are slow, I may dump 100 out at a time, and see what happens, and then just build it back up. But I'm always going to have enough to list 20 items a day for a week stocked up in drafts. Again, just kind of a check-in. Sales have been steady. I still sell on multiple platforms, and I'm getting a couple sales a day, but I'm only listing 2 to 5 items a day. So again, the sales are showing the work I've been putting into it, which makes sense. And again, once I bump it up, I'm hoping the sales will match. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. I don't know when the next video is going to be. We'll see. But I will catch you then. God bless. Peace.